I'm going to propose a radical idea here. In an age of deficit spending, where the previous administration bankrupted the American economy by cutting taxes while waging 2 wars and increasing spending while removing oversight on our basic financial industries, allowing them to loot and pillage and rob us to the brink of disaster while creating the largest deficit in history, it's clear that new sources of revenue may be needed. All sorts of talk about raising the tax on tobacco, on soft drinks, on junk food, etc. My proposal would make those taxes unnecessary. I propose we tax stupidity. Think about it for a moment. It's a plentiful commodity. It's everywhere. And if the idea of taxing tobacco and alcohol and soft drinks and candy bars is to hold people responsible for the outcomes of their behaviors, what better way to do it than with a stupidity tax? I mean, look at the damage stupidity did over the years. The 2000 election of George Bush, the 2004 re-election of George Bush, the Iraq, Alberto Gonzales, Rumsfeld, for Christ's sake. I'm not talking about the developmentally disabled or the people with learning disabilities. I'm talking about people who, when faced with clear and real evidence of truth, choose to believe that which causes fear, hatred, bigotry, prejudice, and these damnable teabag parties. I'm talking about people who do and will vote against their best interest because some slick political televangelist like, well, Sarah Palin wraps her ignorance in a U.S. flag and they salute. My God, how people will salute stupidity if it's wrapped in a flag. And I think of the whole Reagan administration. An additional 15% tax on the incomes of stupid people would eliminate the deficit, pay for health care reform, and make sure our kids get a decent education. The tax on stupidity would be an incentive for the marginally stupid to educate themselves and start seeing the world through reality-based, rational thinking. And the terminally stupid would just continue to pay and pay and pay because they're too stupid to know the difference. Of course, you can't just point at someone and declare them stupid. There'd have to be a test given at regular intervals during the lifespan. Here are some sample questions I might suggest. Test could be administered to high school students before they graduate, then subsequently at 5-year intervals to determine the individual level of stupidity. If this tax is successful, the day will come when it's no longer needed. When we've taxed stupidity out of existence, altruism will no longer just be another one of those fancy words what liberal eggheads say. Americans will make their own decisions about life based on enlightened reasoning, empathy for others, consideration for the environment, and peace. Will no longer be motivated by fear and the hatred and the jealousy and the bigotry and the darker angels of human nature. Of course, it'll mean the end of talk radio and Fox News. They probably would have been taxed to the point of bankruptcy by that point anyway.